All right, welcome. This video is going to be a walkthrough of our new feature, which is a session pass purchase, um, which is something that can be used either in conjunction with a recurring billing or as a standalone product. Um, Basically, what we have put together is prepaid session passes that will renew if you set them up to renew based off of when the last session is used as opposed to a period of time. So let me go ahead and show that to you. So we'll go first into our program subscription. You'll create a new one. Basically, in order to get to Session Pass, you need to utilize this feature here, Session Pass. So a couple things change in the form when we use Session Pass. Still have to give it a name, right? And give it a description, how much you want to charge for it. And so under this is the first one that changes. So instead of basically the term of the agreement here or your billing frequency, this is going to be when do these session credits expire. So you can set them to expire in a week all the way up to a year out. Okay. And just remember that part of this session pass product is, let's say in this case, I'm giving 10 session credits. I can let those session credits have a 1 year shelf life, right? An expiration date. And that just basically means that if they don't use them by the end of the year, they're gone, right? Um, so if 1 year is too long, you can set it for half a year, um, which is my preference. Because again, you just don't want people not using the stuff they're buying. Um, so next up is going to be how many times do you want to charge them for the session pass? So if it's a one and done, you just leave it at one, and that basically means once they use their 10 sessions, that's it. It program subscription ends, um, and you'd basically have to resell them on anything if they wanted to buy more, whatever the case may be. Now, you may have that conversation with the client at the time that says that they want to do 50 sessions this year, um, whatever the case may be. So let's say it's 50 sessions. So we're going to set it up for 5 billing cycles of 10 session credits. So they're coming once a week, basically, on that process. Now, the other thing that's going to be different from the other program subscription is you can only choose one session type. So you can't create the multi-session type packages. So you'll have to pick just one. So let's say it's personal training with Coach Alex, right? So they're buying 10 session passes for this one session credit. So you're going to type that in there. We purposely made it so that you can't add other session types in there because that gets really confusing from a tracking perspective and a billing perspective. So you would just create multiple, either put them on a program subscription that just auto renews, or you would create multiple session passes if there were different variations that you would need. So we'll just hit that as a save, and that would be your first video on the program subscription itself.